This is George Dingledye, and this is the Wabash Carnegie Public Library Oral History Program. And I'm talking on March 5th, 1985, and at the Veterans of Foreign War Building on US 24 in Wabash, Indiana. And I'm interviewing James M. Black for the Vietnam Veterans Series program that we're doing for the library. Jim, I think the first question that we ought to ask, and I think that you ought to keep in mind that possibly your grandchildren or great-grandchildren will be reading this someday. Tell me about your parents and where you were born and when you were born and where you went to school, and sort of like the background, like you're writing a letter to someone.
Okay, I was born in Wabash, Indiana at the time that my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Harold Black, lived at 343 Pettit Street, which is now the site of our sewage plant. My dad at the time was driving, well, he was in the service at the time. He was stationed at, I'm trying to think of, not Fort Bragg, the one in...
Fort Bragg?
Fort Bragg, I was trying to think, I think it was. And my mom, Mrs. Hazel Black, which her maiden name was Hall, Mrs. Hazel Hall. They had lived at, like I said, 343 Pettit Street. Dad, he was in the service at the time that I was born, and he was released medically. Mom at that time worked courthouse as secretary. And then I had an older brother, Craig Black, which after Dad got home, he had a brother and a sister, the father, which David E. Black and Janet Black. Both of them went through school. All four of his children finished high school here in Wabash. My oldest brother, he went on to work with AT&T Telephone. The younger brother, he spent 20 years Air Force, just got out in October of 1984. Sister, she's just housewife. Dad passed away in, passed away in 1979. At that one time, he owned Black Savage Yard at Wabash here. Just trying to think some other stuff he'd done. He drove truck, he run salvage yard, he done this and that all over Wabash. Especially right after the war, you know, when he got medical discharge, he wasn't able to do a whole lot. So he just, whatever he could get at the time.
What caused his medical discharge?
Well, it was back problems mainly.
Yeah.
And never seen it bother him.
Yeah.
But they said no way at the time. And now my brother, youngest brother, David, he put 20 years Air Force when he enlisted. He ended up in Texas, and they was going to discharge him within 30 days because of a bad heart. Mm-hmm. He had a murmur. And he went in, talked to the medical board down there, and he waived a few rights, and he ended up serving 20 years with them. Yeah. He was a Vietnam veteran. Matter of fact, he was never in the States to speak of more than a year at a time. He was on a, well, I really don't know what his job was. He don't say nothing about it. I know he was at Pentagon, here, there, everywhere. Anything he had, he went. Yeah. His wife, he's married, got 3 children. They've traveled the world. Never had a home.
Yeah. Vagabonds.
Vagabonds. Yeah. And then he's in Davenport, Iowa. He got a real good job at Davenport, so he's settled. My oldest brother, he's still with AT&T, American Telephone Telegraph. The younger sister, she's moved to Kentucky now. She finally went home.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Hall.
Hall.
Yeah.
She mentioned that.
Yeah.
Were your grandparents from Wabash?
Albert Hall.
Yeah.
I'll think of his wife's name.
Yeah, that would be your grandmother.
Yes, my grandmother.
No, we can get that later. That's not important. And your father's parents?
Dave was from Dad's dad was from Frankfort, Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
and his
Mother?
brother was from Illinois.
Illinois. Okay. But that'll be interesting genealogy someplace along
Yeah.
there. Okay, what year did you get out of high school here in Wabash?
62.
You graduated in 1962?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, after I left here, I just kind of floated around for a year, and then a good friend of mine from Leesburg, Indiana, Dave Shue, me and him got together one night and got a few beers down us, but decided just go in and enlist.
Uh-huh.
So he went in on a buddy plan. He made it, I didn't. I was underweight. I got into it with a Navy captain at Indianapolis, and a week later my recruiter called me and told me to be at what used to be King's DX station, where the stop and go is now. I showed up out there, and 7 o'clock in the morning, I ate 14 pounds of bananas, 2 gallons of water before I got to Indianapolis. 9 o'clock the next morning, I was sworn in and on my way to Great Lakes.
How much did you weigh?
Then,
Yeah.
118 pounds. I was still underweight, but I had a lieutenant stand on the scales to make sure I weighed enough.
Yeah. How
But-
tall were you?
6'1".
6'1", and weighed 118 pounds.
Yes.
And the minimum must have been 120 or
Oh, it was 140.
140.
I
Yeah.
think it was something
Yeah.
like that. And anyway, I ended up going to Great Lakes, and I had thought I had enough schooling for submarine duty. I put in for it. I went through all the submarine medicals, the whole thing. Found out I lacked 1 year of algebra, and so I missed out on that. So I went through basic Great Lakes. I put in for my dream. If I couldn't get submarines, I wanted a destroyer. Before graduation from boot camp, I did get a school at Great Lakes, machinist mate school. I went through machinist mate school, put in for still my dream, a destroyer. I did get a destroyer out of Long Beach, California. So I spent a couple of days at home, then I went to Long Beach, California, found my new ship, got acquainted with her. Then we had our exercises in and around the California area. Then in November 1964, we got orders to Nam. Well, this after a brief period, we put a period in at San Francisco, re-outfitting, getting the ship ready.
Mm-hmm.
So in November, first part of November, we set sail for the Pacific, Westpac. We stopped at Hawaii and a few of the other islands going across. And we put on the line about the middle of December off of Vietnam. Our assignment was search and rescue, called SAR. And we sailed with different carriers. We'd take a carrier for so many days, release her, go to another one. And like I said, our main job was search and rescue. We was all up and down the coast of Vietnam. And our orders was 90 days on the line. Well, we put it right at 50 days out, and we had a Mayday come in, which we've had quite a few Maydays. We was all kind of night duty going out picking up what was left of pilots, aircraft stuff. This one particular night, we got a call, pilot down, we went out, and we was only a quarter mile, maybe a little further off the coast, above the 17th parallel. We went in after the pilot, and two of their boats come out, small boat, picked the poor pilot up, and machine gunned him on deck. And then we radioed back what happened. No, our captain done seen it, and he opened fire. He got permission to fire, and we went under attack the shore battery. And we was trying to get back aboard ship, and amongst all this, we finally got back, got aboard ship, and we had standing orders to just stay there and battle it out. Well, at this time, we was running with the Enterprise, and she was 50 miles to our rear. And we still today don't know what happened, but there was airplanes coming in. And they come in on a strapping run and drop a napalm, and we just got the light shut out on
Yeah.
us. But anyway, they had a pretty good firefight going, and they silenced the enemy guns, got us out of there. We reported out. We were supposed to go down and refuel that night. We turned, went down to refuel, and then everybody being so excited about what happened and getting ready to go back up, we hit our sister ship. We lost 30 feet of our bow and tore about 45 feet of their side up. Well, in the circumstances, our stay in Vietnam waters was cut short, and we sent the Philippines for repair, and we had to head for home. Then I never did hear any more about the Brinkley Bass. The last I did hear was she went back over and took several direct hits. And that's the last I ever heard of my ship.
Yeah. What was the name of the ship? Was
Brinkley Bass.
Brinkley Bass?
Yeah, DD 887.
Yeah. But you had never been under fire other than that one experience where the...
No, we never really was under fire, but we was a standoff on shore several times for support. We fired a lot of support rounds in and stuff.
Yeah.
For Marines trapped or whatever.
Yeah.
We did do a lot of that.
What was your specific job?
My specific job, I was an engineman. Or I was machinist mate when regular duty-wise, I took care of air conditioning, refrigeration, and all that. But anytime I was in our general quarters, I manned a small motor whaleboat. And my prior job was to stay with the engine and keep it running above all else.
Yeah. This would be a little boat that would come off of the destroyer.
Right. It's a 21-foot craft, and
Yeah.
they would drop it, and anytime there's a plane down or anything, I manned the engine, kept the engines going,
Yeah.
went after them.
Yeah. How large was the crew on this little boat then?
There was 9 of us on
9
it.
on the boat. Each one had a specific assignment.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember any other incidents where you picked up pilots or anything unusual that happened when you were picking up fish in a mile of water? Or
Well, we never did pick up a whole pilot.
never picked up a whole pilot? Yeah.
All of ours was scattered.
Yeah.
That was the bad part of it.
Yeah. Did that happen quite often?
Well, I'd say about 21 times.
Yeah.
At least 21, I know of.
Yeah. In other words, what you were picking up were the bodies in. Yeah.
What was left of them, yeah.
Yeah. Were these airplane crashes or shot down? Or?
Well, several of them was shot down,
Yeah.
trying to make it back to their ship,
Yeah.
which they couldn't. I mean, they was getting out and getting over open water
Yeah.
where they thought they had a chance.
Yeah. How close would you get into the shore in those days on that destroyer?
Most of the time, we was within a quarter mile.
You'd be 1,000 foot offshore then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Yeah.
We was running inner vanguard.
Yeah.
And the only protection was us.
There was no small arms fire from shore.
No.
No.
The only other incidents we had was major incident. We had some observers aboard. We had 3 Army and an Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd taken them out and just on a normal run. Coming back into Da Nang, they had 4 pairs. And we was trying to dump them off. I had them in a small whaleboat. Started in, and they motored the first pair out we was headed for. I told them to go clear down at the end. See, my position on a small craft like that, I could tell the coxswain what to do. I overrode our officer aboard ship.
Yeah.
He didn't know really what was going on. He was there for the major decisions, but otherwise, well, I told the coxswain after the first one went, drop clear down, try to fool them. We went in for it, and they blowed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just flat told the coxswain, I says, get them ready to swim. Well, make a swing, you just fake them out, make a dive for the shore, get as close as you can, let the guys jump for it.
Yeah.
I said, they got better protection there than we do. Meantime, these mortars popping pretty heavy around us, and the Air Force guy says, I ain't jumping. I said, you don't have to, we'll throw you. He got kind of snotty about it, and he says, I'm an officer. And I says, well, I'm sorry about that, but you're going to swim. And he started on our lieutenant that was with us. Lieutenant looked at him, he says, the man down there says, you jump or I'll throw you.
Yeah.
And we had to throw him.
You did have to throw him?
Oh, yeah, we throwed him. He
Yeah.
didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Army guys, they loved it.
Yeah.
It was right down their alley. They're used to this. This is John Wayne to them, I guess,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But that was, like I said, them two major incidents was major thing.
Yeah.
All except a lot of sleep we lost out there.
You say you were supposed to be 21 days on the line. Is that correct?
Well, no, we were supposed to be out there about 90 days.
Yeah. Did you get any leave? Did you get into?
No, we never got nothing. We was out, when we was out there, well, we got hit by a sister ship, or we hit them.
Yeah.
We didn't put out about 51 days.
You had not touched land in 51
No.
days? And then after
We spent Christmas out there and New Year's.
yeah.
And
Well,
everything
did
like
they
that.
supply you from some other ship? Or
Yeah, we took on supplies from
Yeah.
escort ships here.
But you guys never got off the land or
No.
slug a beer or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
Nothing, you're just out there.
Yeah. I'll be damned.
That's rough. I mean, a lot of people think the Army had it bad or the Marines had it bad, but at least they're on land. They can,
Yeah.
when you're out there, you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
You get up in the morning, reveille, and after they got reveille done, they'd say, the nearest land is longitude, latitude, 2,100 miles due so-and-so. Maybe the other one might be 50 miles, that'd be Vietnam water or land, you know.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to go?
Yeah. That's true.
You're out there.
Yeah. How was the morale? I mean, the war was going on, and
Well, we got a lot of fun.
yeah, did you?
Yeah, it was no conflicts aboard ship.
Yeah.
No, you got 200, what was it, 221 aboard. That's counting officers and everybody. And I was standing 4 and 4. Had 4 hours off, 4 hours on duty. And I stood that the whole time I was out there.
Yeah.
Well, I could stand up, sleep, or anything.
Yeah.
I go through a chow line, stand there and sleep, and still keep going.
Yeah.
You get, I don't know, it just never bothered you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
spent, an average 24-hour day. We spent at least 12 of it on alert. He was at general quarters, half your day.
Yeah. Did you have blackout at night?
Yes, everything was blacked out at night. No lights visible out, no smoking out or nothing.
Nothing unusual happened on the ship? No major incidents or anything on the ship itself?
No, we got hit by one of our own torpedoes.
The ship did?
Yeah, we was going to Nam, and we had a training exercise. We was firing our torpedoes, which is dummies for exercise.
No power in them.
No explosive.
Explosive. Yeah.
We set one off, fired one, and it went berserk, go back and smacked us.
What'd the old man say to that one?
And he didn't like that.
Yeah.
Then we did almost sink one of our own submarines.
Yeah.
We was firing ASROC missiles, and we had one go Louis and penetrate the upper hatchway of our submarine.
That was submerged or was surfaced?
And he was just coming up when we got him.
Yeah.
It was one we was tracking. We tracked submarines. That was one of our primary duties. And we was following this, and we were supposed to fire this vessel to land so many feet of it. Well, it went haywire, and we ended up putting it through the conning tower.
Yeah.
The words he said back to us wasn't very nice. He got rather hostile.
Yeah.
Then we did smack a whale.
A whale too?
Yeah, we tore off our sonar gear. We ran over him.
Yeah. Where was that?
That was on the other side of Hawaii, between Hawaii and Midway.
Yeah.
We had to stop and get that repaired too.
Did You spent your combat time out there offshore of Vietnam. Then had an accident where you tore up the ship. Not you personally.
No,
I mean,
but
the old man tore up the ship, or somebody did. And then back to the Philippines. And what happened when you got to the Philippines?
well, they run us in the dry dock. They cut the front end off, the damaged section, and they plow nosed us, just put a short bow on it, and we come back to the States. Upon my own estate, I took leave. When I come back off leave, I got transferred to another destroyer. I went aboard the James Keyes.
C-U-I-S?
K-Y. Keyes. K-Y-E-S.
K-Y-E-S, okay.
I went aboard the James Keyes, which its numbers was 787. And then it was 887.
Yeah.
So I just dropped down 100 and right back aboard.
And where did they go? This was at what station? Where were you stationed?
This is back at Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah, right back to Long Beach. I got another destroyer there. And I was aboard it for 5-6 months, and I was discharged in.
Your term was up?
My term was up. And
You just stayed at Long Beach all that time?
yes. Well, our ship stationed at Long Beach, but we did go to Monterey for 4th of July. They sent us up there as host ship. Like I said, we was at Frisco, and we did stop at Hong Kong. We was in the Philippines, Midway, Guam, and we were supposed to go to a few other places, but like I said, our tour got cut short, and
Back you came.
back we came. That was a bad part.
Yeah. Okay. Got discharged, and would you come right back to Wabash then?
Yes.
And
I'd gotten married while I was in the service, and my wife was from here. She was back here, so I come home.
you had met her before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I met her when I first leave back.
Yeah. What was her maiden name?
Patty.
P-A-T.
P-A-T-T-E-E.
I assume you.
Her dad was Charlie Patty.
Yeah. What do you mean was? Is.
Well, yes, yeah.
Still is,
well,
yeah.
Well,
You're
yeah.
still married?
Yes.
Same woman.
Well,
Same girl.
we was divorced for 8 years, and then we married her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you spent 4 years in the Navy, Vietnam, everything else, and then you got out. Did you get your act together, or
It took me a while.
why?
Well, some of the stuff that I didn't really say in there, but some of the stuff that we've seen over there, kind of warped us. There was some drug usage, even aboard our ship. I wasn't involved in drugs. That wasn't for me. I forget that. But I've seen a lot of stuff. What happened on shore when you did get late, like in the Philippines after and before and stuff, and it bothers you. And I visited a couple sanitariums or hospitals with friends of mine. I seen what come out of Vietnam, and it bothered me. Then I come back to the States, and you get back here at the particular time they come back. I don't care where you went. You could go to church, a bar, any place. There's always that smiling face as I draft dodge it. When you see the product come out of Vietnam, you can appreciate it. It bothered you. And in my particular case, you go out there, middle of the night, downplane, you're searching. When you pick up a helmet with your bare hand, reach down and just pick it up, and you got half a guy's head in it. Don't do them for you. It warps you. I don't see how these firemen go out here to wreck to death, or a policeman. A lot of that stuff happens. When you go down to your meat cooler and you want to get a case of meat out, you slide a body over. Off the top of it, you take one out. When you're out there, like I said, 50, 100 days, you got no place to put them. and small ship like I was on don't have it.
What did you do when you got back? You go right to work?
Yes, I went right to work. I started out cell tax.
And
I stayed there for less than a year. Left there. Worked about 6 months at Kokomo, Pittsburgh Plate Glass down there, and I left there. And then I went to work 2 summers for the Corps of Engineers out in Solomon Dam. And I finally got my Ford mirror box. And I've been there now 15 years, going on 15 years. I just stayed with them. I like it out there, they're good people.
were you ever exposed to Agent Orange?
Yes,
Where would that have been?
off the coast of Nam. You can see that cloud cover just come out. And they sprayed a lot of areas we was in close to.
Yeah.
Like I said, we was a quarter mile offshore. And I know we got it.
Were there any blacks on ship?
Oh yes.
Many?
I'd say a good fourth of our crew was, if not more. Indians, I know of 5 Indians aboard. Several Spanish. We had a pretty good mixed crew.
How'd you guys get along?
Basically good. There was a few incidents that happened, but that's going to happen anytime. The hours we put in on alert and stuff, no more than you'd expect. No really racial trouble of any kind.
You all mixed pretty good then, and no
Yes.
problems? Did they, any black officers?
So there's 2 black officers. No chiefs. Yeah, we did. We had 1 black chief, and there was 1 Mexican petty officer, or chief petty officer. We had a pretty, like I said, our crew, we even had a Polak for executive officer. Our executive officer was Polish. Warszawski. Yeah. We had a real good mixed crew. There's a few times tempers flared, but it's going to happen. But nothing really racial. Never happened.
As you look back now, what do you think about Vietnam? I mean, what's your feeling about the whole situation?
And we kept Congress out of it, gave it back to the authority it belonged to, which the field generals and stuff like controlled World War II. We could have kicked ass and taken names, and we wouldn't have a Vietnam or no bunch of veterans in the condition there are now. And I'm proud to have been there. I'd go again. I'd go tomorrow if they ask. But you got to get Congress out of the fighting game. They don't know what it's about.
Do you think that we should? Do you think we should send help over to those people now? I mean, after all, we sent troops over to spend a heck of a lot of money over there. That's the Vietnamese people are saying that we should come over there and help them. What's your feeling there?
Yes and no. The true Vietnam, we could help. The other part, you ain't never going to help. They're right now, just like now, they're into it with China. For what? But the true Vietnam isn't. It's just like, you might go back to Korea. You had 2 fractions there. You got it in Vietnam. The little people, the poor people, is the ones you got to help. You can't send your money to or your product to a country for the rich. You got to make sure the poor gets it.
True. How's your health been since you've been home? We were talking about this before we started on the tape.
Well, I've had lung problems ever since I got back. Like I told you, I was around a lot of asbestos stuff. And
well, you were in the Navy?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I worked with steam all the time. All of our steam lines were covered with it. And I was into it up in the armpits all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always had lung trouble since I got back. The doctor, matter of fact, thinks I got a touch of malaria with it. He wants me to come in when I get flared up. The only way to check it is when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a major thing, just that and my feet.
What's the matter with your feet?
I got jungle rot, and I got one cooked with 150 pounds of live steam. And I don't know, it's just like I said, that's about the main thing there. I mean, that and little mental problem now and then from it.
Is your reaction to the rest of the Vietnam veterans, you happy to be around them, or like
Yes.
you and I discussed tonight, where this one sort of ignored both of us?
Well, like I was telling you, I go to VA hospital at Marion with the Legion. We go over there and bowl once a month. We take on homemade cookies and coffee. Not much. I'm around a lot of Vietnam veterans, and I enjoy being around them. You get to talk to some of them, and sometimes they'll come out with what's balling to extent. Then you pick up stuff from them. They need a lot of help. There's a lot more to Vietnam than a lot of the older people realize. It's one more the guys went to, didn't particularly really want to go all the time, but they went. But the American public let them down. This bothered them for one thing. You talk to a lot of them and you'll find that. It's one thing they always talk about, how the American public let them down. The news media let them down. It just seems like everybody back here did let them down. And as I said, I come back, walk into a place, somebody mouthed off. I smacked a lot of people. And I wasn't big enough to hit them, but I did. It's just, you're fed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy the Vietnam veteran. I like listening to them. They got some good ideas. Somebody's going to have to listen to them pretty soon.
Yeah.
Try to help them.
What do you think they need? I mean, what particularly do you need? I mean,
I can't say for a whole lot of them, but I think the main thing is to be left alone. They got guilt feelings about having to go over there and done some of the stuff they did. And it seems like now then that they turn around and need a little help herself, they can't get it. You get guys going in VA hospital once every 4 months. Well, they're asking for help. Nobody wants to try to help them really understand their problem. Mm-hmm. Somebody has to reach them and get their problem straightened out so they can go ahead and be a productive person.
Yeah. Did you apply for a pension or anything?
No.
You don't try it anyway.
No, I never tried, never gave it no thought.
No. Tell me that little story for the tape about going over to the VA hospital and the one kid asked you.
Oh, I went over, the last time I went to the VA hospital, went over with a bowling team, and you can't smoke in the front row, and I was sitting in the back row. When I was sitting back there, 2 or 3 of them kept asking me what barracks I belonged to. I'm only 41, but if you look at me, I look like I'm about 49 or 50.
Yeah.
And I don't think I got that way overnight.
Would you want any of your children to go in the military, you think?
Oh, yes. It'd better I'd thump them.
Yeah.
I mean, I served my little stretch. My brother got 20 years. He was Vietnam for a year. He done told his boy, do it if you want to, but don't be a draft dodger. Mike Edge, yes, I would love for him to go. I think right now, even where the world situation is today, I think anybody that's got a child 18 years of age, that kid's undecided what to do, take and try to talk him to go in the military for at least 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Get him in there. It ain't going to hurt him, it'll help him. They'll gain more education there than he can in 4 years in any college. The education you'll get there is worth it. And I urge them, and I talk to a lot of kids. They're unemployed, they can't find work. Matter of fact, I got 2 kids right now, I talk into it, and they come back, every time they come back, they thank me for it. And I think more of them ought to do it. Education, you can't beat it. What they're going to learn is well worth it. You quit wiping using a hanky and start using something else. There's an education there.
Do you enjoy being in the veterans organizations?
Yes.
What do you belong to? The VFW and what else?
American Legion and 40 and 8.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with the VFW Bowling Travel League. We bowl through the winter months on Sunday. Like I said, I try to help out the Legion with whatever I can. Help the VFW whichever way I can. All funeral details, parades, whatever.
Now, you told me that you had separated for 8 years or divorced for 8 years.
Divorced for 8 years.
Do you attribute that to your experiences?
A lot of it.
Trying to get your act together?
Yeah. I'd say a lot was that. Like I said, I come back with a big chip on my shoulder. I just didn't like the way the newspapers, the public treated us. I've seen signs on lawn. Dogs in the military keep off. Long Beach, California, LA, San Diego. A lot of us, there's the signs. That's during the time we was in.
Have you seen the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C.?
No, sir. That's one of my priorities this year.
You're going?
Yes. That's one of my priorities for this year. I will be in Washington, D.C.
Any particular time? Or
No, just when work breaks enough I can get away.
what do you expect to find there? I mean,
A few names. I expect to find a few names on there. Guys I went through boot camp with, met overseas, and I know 2 or 3 names on there. And I'm pretty sure I'll find them, but I think they're there.
they say it's really a moving experience.
That's what I've heard, and like I said, that's one of the priorities I want to do this year.
You miss much work this winter? Do your bronchitis and all lung problems?
I don't try to. I miss 2 days. And the only time I really miss is when I get down so bad I can't move. I spent Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in bed, and then Wednesday I got up and tried to work. I went to work and had a fever of 105. And eating a handful of aspirins every half hour helped.
Doctor suggested maybe the smoking aggravates his bronchitis and his lung condition.
For about a 3-year span there, I went to 5 different specialists. And they said smoking ain't going to bother it. They said it really don't hurt it that much. It, like I said, the symptoms I described to them, of course I always get to them after it's over, but they think it's got a touch of malaria with it. Because I go into cold fever, back and forth. And, I was, for a while, I missed about a month at a time. I've got where now I quit going to doctors. I take a lot of Alka-Seltzer. a lot of aspirin, and I've learned to live with it. Just keep on working.
What do you think the funniest thing that ever happened while you were in service?
Well, about the night they drug me back in the garbage can.
Or what?
Well, we had one of these giant GI cans, and I got in it, and two guys drug me back aboard ship, and as we hit the deck, when you request permission to come aboard, salute the flag, I popped out a garbage can. I got 30 days over it.
Yeah. You guys were just having a little fun.
Yeah, they didn't think so. I ended up getting 30 days ship time off of it, restricting the ship, but it was worth it.
The OD didn't think that was very funny, huh?
No, I don't know why I thought it was. Well, one other incident in San Francisco, and I about fell 90 feet. Come back aboard ship about half o'clock one night, coming across the catwalk, which was about 80 foot long, and somebody had removed the board, and I found it, and there I hung till help come and got me.
You fell off the catwalk?
No, I fell through it. I was so skinny, I just fell through it, and luckily my arms caught the side of it, and there I hung.
They came and pulled you out and pushed you on board.
That cost me another 15 days. I got out of time to restricted aboard ship.
Well, I think this has been interesting. Got anything else you'd like to add?
Let's get out and help the Vietnam vets.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. This is George Dingledye, Wabash Carnegie Public Library.